Welcome to another episode of GeekastX.
I'm your boy Brian.
I'm Sean.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Roni.
And we have a special guest with us today, Sebastian.
Hey everybody. Thanks for having me back, guys.
I don't know if we never use our last names, so.
That's alright, that's fine.
What?
Incognito.
Remember last time we plugged your website, but your website is your full name, so I was wondering, I was kind of like, wait a minute, should I say his last name?
No, that's fine. I'm the guy, for all the listeners from the Star Wars episode, that rambled for about an hour.
Yeah.
We thought it was so good, we brought him back.
Yes, definitely. Also, in a year, when Batman vs. Superman comes out, we're going to have him back for that debate.
Oh
if
yeah.
we ever get it on. Real quick, you can find us on Facebook at thefacebook.com/theGeekazoidOfficial. Geekazoid with an X. Please don't forget the X. You can also find us on nerdoverload.com/author/GeekastX. You can find me on Twitter at allatstake You can find us on iTunes, YouTube. Just type in
I'm on Twitter.
GeekastX.
Ronnie's on Twitter now.
What's your thing that Twitter
Handle?
Is that what it's called?
I think so. I'm on the tweet box, but I never use it.
It is at GeekastX Ronnie. Don't forget the X.
Sweet.
Hashtag. Hash brown.
Alright, anyways, diving in. We just got some photos of some brand new costumes for Wonder Woman and Superman.
And Batman.
Batman came out a little bit earlier. But
yeah, but we're talking about all three.
We'll talk about the big three, but Batman came out like a week ago.
The new DC comic costumes that are rather crappy. What did you call them, Brian? You got Super Bro.
We got Super Bro, Witchblade Wonder Woman, who's in like a band outfit, and then Iron Bunny.
Weird antennas.
Homeless
Green Lantern.
Homeless Green Lantern.
But
Forever Alone, Hal Jordan.
Forever Alone.
Yeah, but I don't know. The Flash looks closer to the TV show, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I like.
Green Arrow seems to have some kind of mullet going on. I don't know what that's about.
Daredevil, Flash looks like Daredevil. I honestly thought it was Daredevil at first glance.
Oh yeah,
does a little
took
bit.
Out the white.
Yeah, and there's some more like black to him now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Oh, can you guys fill me in? I'm not the biggest comic guy. I keep seeing this was caused by the Convergence. Can you guys give me a little background on what in the world that means?
I don't know what that is either.
It's
is
a
after
story
Endgame?
arc, but I haven't read it.
It's an
Yeah.
event that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
seems, with all the like new costumes and stuff, it kind of sounds like
A new
they're gonna redo
52.
the new 52.
Yeah, they're kind of like scrubbing away the new 52 and be like, oh, here, we're so sorry for like the last 5 years.
See,
But they just came out with the new 52.
I know.
I actually prefer the new 52 costumes to these ones.
Yeah.
Because if you
And
look
I've
at
heard-
like Robo Bunny, like has a gun. What's that about?
Yeah.
Oh,
We still don't know if that's Bruce Wayne or not.
He's got those stripes too.
So
that's the worst of them. The Batman one.
yeah,
That's
it's
the worst.
terrible.
But then like the Superman one, I like the retro S. But
But
it's
jeans-
The only
it's
thing
basically Superboy's costume.
Yeah, he's Connor, only grown up. He's Super Bro. Like, I expected like him to do super keg stands on the.
he reminds me of Luke Cage. Seriously,
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
Only without the headband.
Well,
Just a
he
black
doesn't wear that
t-shirt.
anymore.
I mean, I know. What'd you call Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman in
Witchblade.
Witchblade Wonder Woman.
Well, she does have blades. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of seeing these for the first time, kind of studying them here.
I'm okay
I
with
hope those
the.
are retractable, because if they're not, if she's just walking around with those every day, like
That's gonna be hard to open
whoa.
doors.
Yeah, right.
But the
I'm
thing is,
Wonder Bro, I
the
just
bitch.
stabbed you.
the homeless Green Lantern, like I dig the gauntlet idea. That's kind of cool, but I don't dig the hoodie because
With a battery pack attached to it.
I don't. He doesn't look like a space cop. Like Guy Gardner. He looks like.
Look at this though. It's a gauntlet, a Green Lantern gauntlet that he got from the Guardians of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound
Yeah.
like another story we've heard before?
That is the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And oh, I'm sorry. If you look over on his jacket, I thought it was a name tag, but is that the artist's signature in this photo you sent me, Sean?
I don't know. Let me look at it. Does it say
If you-
Jordan? It might be his flight jacket.
No, it's a TAN. It might be the artist's signature. I'm sorry. I thought he had a name tag on it. I'm what?
That'd be real silly.
Yeah. The main part of this to me as I look at him.
Oh,
is just-
artist. I thought you were saying Argus. I'm like,
No, artist. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Because Argus is a DC Comics thing.
Okay, I understand you got to update for the kids. You know what I mean, the younger generation. But the Batman one, who, you guys are bigger into comics than me. Like
You
who,
called for
who would
backup?
who signed off on that?
See, here's
Not really who signed off on
Here's
that. I'd
what I'm
like to be
kinda
in the
hoping
meeting
on.
where they were like, so, okay, we want to take Batman and make him look like the chick.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's how that
Here's-
meeting went.
This
Yeah.
he looks like a gritty. He looks like the movie gritty reboot of the Tick.
Yeah.
Right? You expect him, like, his gun's all smoking, so, like, sitting out on the city going, spoon.
That's what I was gonna say. His gun shoots spoons.
Right?
But doesn't that go against? I mean, the
Where's
character.
Arthur?
The
Oh,
character of Batman is how old? 75?
Forever
75.
29.
Doesn't the guns and all that stuff go against the principle of the character?
Yes,
Yep.
it
Yeah.
does.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's my theory with this, or here's my hope. So the Batman image was released at least a week before the rest of them. Now, like, there was nothing that said with the Batman photo that this is the brand new Batman. So my hope is maybe this is like a version comparable to like Spider-Man 2099 or something like that, where it's an alternate universe Batman, or maybe this is like a suit or something. Maybe the gun fires batarangs for all we know, but like it's just my hope is that this is just like
I thought this might be some kind of tie-in with the new game coming out, the Infinite Crisis.
I've heard that this is like a self-contained story, but
that would
I
be
don't-
for the best.
See,
Yeah.
like
Really,
the reason
they're not gonna ruin Batman with this. Like,
Are you kidding? This
Batman
is DC. Like,
well, it doesn't matter. I mean, that doesn't matter. Batman is the cash cow. They're not gonna ruin it with that.
right?
yeah,
And with the
and
mo-
it's
yeah.
the cash cow in the movies.
Yeah, with the movie coming out, why would they do this to confuse people to be
Batman's
like,
the cash cow with everything, man.
But with the movie coming out, why would you introduce
That's
Ben
true.
Affleck in this suit and have a comic out? You know what I mean? I know we've got another
Right.
year, but have a comic out there with
It's
him
gotta
looking
be
like
self.
the Tick. Yeah, it has to be
Well,
self-contained.
did
There's
you
no
guys
way it's the brand new Batman.
did you guys know the reasoning behind the T-shirt and jeans in Action Comics, like the New 52 Action Comics?
Because of the lawsuits and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the
The reason they said it
creator.
in the comic was because I mean, the Action Comics Superman is like when he's first started. It's supposed to be like Superman Year One, basically. So he doesn't know to make a costume with a cape and shit like that, stuff like that. Sorry,
but he knows to make the S.
Well, yeah, because that's his. Yeah, well,
That's the symbol from Krypton. He brought
Yeah.
that. That
Right.
came from Krypton with him.
But
That one-
didn't they show that in the New 52? Like he was super bro with this little like tie-on cape, and then he found his Fortress of Solitude and became like no underwear wearing Superman.
I don't know, but that character's been around forever, and why jeans? That's the thing that bugs me the most. Why a pair of jeans and tennis shoes?
Well, we know one thing's for
Originally had
sure: Superman's gonna be the
boots.
easiest to cosplay this year.
yeah, exactly. Well, the thing about the New 52, going back to that really quick, like what I mean by he didn't know like to wear like a super suit, kind of like the boots and stuff, is because like in his world he doesn't know about any other superheroes.
Right.
So
Okay.
so in the Action Comics, the New 52 reboot one, he's the only superhero he knows of. But then when they go to Justice League, like when they're all wearing their super suits, that's
Okay.
that's like the future. So he knows already like about the other
Okay.
heroes, and he goes, "Oh, these guys have established costumes. I should probably make one too."
Right. Okay. See, when you're coming from my perspective and not knowing that,
Mhm.
you just look at that and go, "What in the world? What did they do?
Well,
Exactly.
Well,
That's
even
something
well,
that
I
they
mean,
should think
it's
about
it's
before
pretty
making
much
Superman look
universal
like
because
that.
even with our experiences, we kind of looked at it and it was like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like our reactions right now are similar to the first reactions, like when they released the new 52 stuff. You're like, what? Where are the underwear? Like, where's the
Yeah.
tights? What's with the
Like,
turtleneck?
what's the point of this change?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did like the flashpoint like leading up to it. That was really cool.
I liked Flashpoint. Period. That was just amazing. That was a great story.
Like
And I
I
got
like
to use the
the
Flash.
side stuff was really good.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman was actually really good. Like,
With the war
the-
with
yeah,
Aquaman.
yeah,
Got your Aquaman hard on.
yeah.
Brian loves Aquaman.
Love.
I think you told me that last time. I think. So, Brian, what did you think of the Jason Momoa then?
Oh, I love it.
You do?
I love. Yeah, I
Looks a
love.
lot
I like
better
it
than he does
too.
in the comics.
I liked him in Game of Thrones, so I was really excited to hear him when he was cast. And then when the picture came out, I lost my mind.
Well, I agree with you. The casting's great, but Sean will tell you. I think we talked about it at work. It's like, okay, it's cool. I understand where they're going, but could you just put a little orange in there, something to tie it to the?
Well, you know,
was-
Snyder likes to monochrome his pictures, so I'm sure.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like all like same thing with like Batman. Like it was probably full color. We just haven't seen it yet.
Right.
And I think I showed this to Sebastian, but it looks very 90s Aquaman.
Yeah.
With
With
hook
the
hand.
I almost expected him to have like the hook hand.
Yeah, harpoon.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely like how they incorporated his real tattoos into his fake tattoos.
Yeah.
And how that looks like the chainmail. That looks really cool.
Yeah, they did a really fantastic job with that. And everyone's gonna like have Aquaman love now. It's awesome. I'm so excited.
Aquaman is back.
Aquaman
right.
is back in a big way.
Well,
And I love it.
I don't know if you guys read my review on nerdoverload.com. Check it out there at nerdoverload.com/authors/GeekastX. Quick plug. I did a review of the Justice League Throne of Atlantis movie, which is basically an Aquaman like reboot kind of like storytelling, and it like makes him really cool. Like it makes Aquaman seem super badass. Like I would definitely, if you haven't seen it, check that out.
Is that the one with Sam
Yes.
Rockwell and Matt Lanter?
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say, who's in that movie, Sean?
Sam the Man
Oh,
Whitwer.
nobody told me Whitwer was in that movie.
He's Ocean
Yeah.
Master.
That's
I
awesome.
would say, isn't he the baddie of the piece?
Well, there's two actually. There's Ocean Master and Black Manta.
Okay.
Which one's I know which one Black Manta is, but which one's Ocean Master?
That's his brother.
Oh.
Like the other Black Manta.
No. What? No.
Oh,
Do they
Ocean.
both wear the big head thing?
No.
just
Ocean
Ocean
Master
Master.
is Arthur's brother.
Yeah.
I'm not picturing it.
All right. There's Aquaman, who is part man, part Atlantean, and then his brother, who's full Atlantean. Who's
He
Ocean
wants to be
Master.
king, but
Yeah.
he's not. And he gets all jealous.
Interesting.
He's the one that set the trap that killed the kid. That gave him his hook hand.
Really? I thought that was Manta.
I'll tell you
Well,
guys what.
both
after
of them.
this movie comes out, we should go to Comic-Con and take my friend Steven, who looks a lot like Jason Momoa does as Aquaman. Like, his cosplay for that would just be, like, perfect. He's like 6'7", too. So it'd
Wow.
be like, yeah. It'd be real cool.
See, the thing I was wondering, I like the new 52 Aquaman, like his costume. I know it looks very, like, similar to the last, like, classic one. But, like, I don't know. There's subtle differences that make it look really cool. Like, he has, like, sideburns now or something, and that looks cool.
I like the way that he looks in Batman the Brave and the Bold with the beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you liking that? I gave Jake a list of episodes of The Brave and the Bold to watch.
I like it a lot. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, I'm glad you gave me that list of episodes because there's no way I'd want to watch every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But like the little cool things, like when Batman gets back from the parallel universe with Owlman.
Oh, and the Red
Like
Hood.
the Joker as the Red Hood. I thought that was so cool. And then He gets back and he lifts up a fire hydrant and there's a tunnel underneath for him and just.
Oh yeah, he has like a tunnel system under the whole city. That was a little weird. I like the little nuances where like he's the Green Lantern episode. I don't know if I send you that one, but he gets that armor, kind of Green Lantern looking armor from. It looks like Green Lantern's armor from Kingdom Come, but Batman wears it. And then there's the episode where he's with Sherlock Holmes and he has the Gotham gaslight.
Oh yeah, that's the one with Etrigan, right?
Yeah, I love Etrigan.
Yeah.
Right.
Sebastian, do you ever watch? It's on Netflix.
Yeah, you've told me about it, and I just.
Oh
I don't have the
yeah,
time.
I told you. I
It's
told you a
kinda
lot
rough.
about like the
Oh,
Bruce
man.
Timm references.
Yeah, you told me about the. I remember I told you that when I first saw the trailer for that show, just the animation style turned me off.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess since you guys are liking it, I guess the stories are good enough. I'll put it on my list.
Instant Q, man.
Yeah, have Sean give you a list of episodes to watch. It'd be good.
Where I lost my phone.
Oh, I watched the Zurin Ra.
I know that's probably my
episode.
favorite one.
Yeah, I kind of went nuts because I'd forgotten that Conroy did the voice, and so I kind of went nuts and I was like, it's Conroy.
Dude, there's a whole bunch of voices. You got Lex.
Oh my
Luthor.
gosh, they have the Lois Lane, the Lex
Yeah,
Luthor.
yeah, right.
I thought
Adam
it was
West
so
is in
cool.
there at some point.
No, he's in the one with the Phantom Stranger, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
That's a
like
different
as
He plays
they
his
had
dad.
a lot of people.
I liked how the Zurin Ra episode, like they made his alternate identity very similar to Superman instead of Batman.
Did you notice that the artwork, like they drew him to look like the animated series Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, except with like glasses.
Yeah. That was my favorite part. I'm like, oh, it's Kevin Conroy, and he looks like.
Oh, it's Conroy. Go nuts for Conroy. I'm gonna meet that dude one day.
Right.
Word.
Where's the?
Gotham whole time.
Alright, so
I saw up until like episode 6.
yeah, you need to get caught up. There's like 18 episodes.
Oh my
Jeez,
god.
they already have that many?
I
Yeah.
know, right? I don't have that much time.
They haven't been taking breaks like Arrow and Flash do.
They took 1 week break, but that was about it.
I wonder if that's their strategy,
Pick up where those two are dragging behind.
right? A lot of people also watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I love that show. It's so good.
Did you guys see the new trailer for Daredevil?
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the end, they're like, maybe he needs some. This guy doesn't even have like an iron suit or a magic hammer, and he's still kicking your ass.
Oh.
I'm like, ah, expanded universe.
Right.
Go on with your Gotham Bill.
Okay, so about 2 episodes have passed since our last cast. So the one on February 24th, it was basically about the Red Hood. And it was more like an intro kind of thing to symbolism of the Red Hood, and we haven't really had a definite Red Hood because the hood itself has been passed around 3 times. The first guy was in a gang and he kept running his mouth and he got shot, and then that leader grabbed the hood and he started like taking down banks and stuff, and then they finally get caught. That guy's arrested, and then the hood is just laying on the ground, and some random guy comes up, grabs it, and runs off. So it's gonna keep circulating. But the third guy might be the definite Red Hood. So, and then some side storylines is the Penguin.
Wait. Who was the Red Hood before Joker?
I think that's something new that they're doing.
Alright, go on.
So side story is the Penguin owns the bar that Fish Mooney was taking care of, and they don't have any kind of supplies, and they're pretty much getting cut off all the time. And Butch, who was Fish Mooney's like best friend has completely turned because he was tortured and kind of got mined.
Does he work for the Penguin now?
Yeah, he works not for the Penguin. He is working for the bar. He's like, I don't care about you, but I don't want to see this place.
Whatever happened to that one chick that Fish Mooney was training?
She comes up a lot in the next episode. Actually towards the end of the episode. She is found out by Falcone that she has been working behind his back trying to get him out of power, and
That bitch.
she ends up in this place underground, and she wakes up, there's people everywhere, and she sees these guards, and there's this one guy there, and he's like, I'm the leader because I have the knife. And then she does what Fish does, and she goes around trying to find information, stuff like that, like in her own way. And then she finally ends up killing the guy with the knife, says, I have the knife now, I'm in control of this place, starts taking over.
Rufio!
Yeah.
Rufio!
And upstairs, you find out that there's a hospital of some sort upstairs, and every once in a while these guards will come down and they'll say, we need this person. Everybody's marked almost with their own number, like a concentration camp, and they'll bring these people that they've kidnapped and take their body parts, like this person needs an eye, or this person needs a lung, and they'll just take it. Like, they'll kill you and they'll take the part and use it on the person that needs it. And of course Fish tries to find a way to stop all this, so that kind of brings it into next episode. But before that, she gets taken upstairs to talk with the doctor, and that's the person in charge. He doesn't have a name yet. He's the doctor, and he's not even there yet. It's his assistant, and she's mad. It's like, I'm not going to talk to anyone until the doctor's here. And
Jake.
They end up threatening her. It's like, oh, you have very pretty eyes. I think I know someone who would love an eye like that. And she's like rebelling, and she's like, well, you're not gonna get mine. And she grabs a spoon off a nearby table and scoops her eye out and throws it on the ground.
What the fuck?
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
it was
intense.
crazy. And the episode just ends like that, and you're like, what did I just watch? And then in the second one, it was more about the Jim Gordon and all the corruption in the GCPD again. And they had Detective Loeb, I think, under custody for something. They did that a really long time ago. I don't remember what it was for. But Bullock, who is Jim Gordon's partner, secretly confessed that the evidence they had against Loeb was fake, even though it wasn't, so he was released. And then they find out Loeb is going to be the head of the GCPD union. And
Oh, he's on his way to commissioner.
yeah. So there's like trying to figure out, why did Bullock do this? What does Loeb have against him? So they go about figuring out everybody's past life and basically dirty laundry. And then while this is going on, Fish is continuously bartering with the doctor. She wakes up. She has a new eye. And this is all in daytime. And this is all like overnight, which is kind of amazing. And she's kind of working with the doctor now, saying, I'll make sure you have what you need as long as the people get like adequate food and blankets and whatever they want. And another storyline, Selena Kyle, she saw Bruce at the hospital because Alfred had been stabbed by an old friend who was paid off by he was paid off
What a
by
shitty friend.
the Wayne Company board because Bruce was starting to dig a little deeper on what was happening with the gangs and territory issues, and they're like, oh, he's just a kid, he won't find anything out, and then they figure out that he has all this information. She's like, well, maybe we'll just scare him to get him to stay away from all this.
There is no scaring Batman.
Where's the Sebastian? You were telling me about
Go on.
Kevin Smith has a bunch of sequel stuff coming out. What was that? Will you fill us in on
Yeah,
that?
I follow him on Twitter, and I listen to his podcast from time to time. But he said the other day, he tweeted, and the only reason I know is because it blew up and it was all over Facebook and Twitter, and everyone was talking about it and wouldn't shut up about it. But he said,
I'm really excited about one of these.
yeah, he said his tweet. Let me pull his tweet up real quick, see if I can find it, and I'll read it. Yeah, he's gonna be. Remember when he said a couple years ago, "I'm retired. I'm gonna leave filmmaking."
Yeah, he said
I'm
that.
done.
He said that in one of his podcasts, and yeah, he comes out with Tusk.
He didn't shut up about retiring. That was another thing. Was all over social media that he was gonna make that hit somebody hockey film, and be done. Let's see if I can find it.
And then after that, we can go into some Star Wars news and
I can't seem to find
the Wibly Walking Dead.
I can't seem to.
All right.
He said he's got Clerks 3 this summer.
Yes.
And
Clerks 3?
Clerks 3 in May.
Awesome.
And then
Wait for it, Brian.
He's got Hit Somebody, which was going to be a movie, but now it's going to be a miniseries towards the end of this year. And then at the beginning of the year, he's going to make that Moose Jaws movie, which is, as he describes, Jaws with a moose, which I think is a dumb idea, but who knows?
But I'll say it again. When in a world where you have movies like Sharknado and it gets two sequels.
But come on.
I mean,
it's Kevin Smith. He
can do what he wants.
Then the last bit, which made everyone lose their minds,
drum roll,
was he said his last bit of the tweet was, and then after that, I smell a rat. And then he said he confirmed the other day that he's making a sequel to Mallrats.
Yeah. Exciting.
So that'll be about 2018, probably, when you guys see that one.
Oh my God, Mallrats?
Yeah.
I love Mallrats.
Oh, that was like the best movie.
Right?
I was all over Facebook. Literally this morning, I went on the right-hand side of Facebook. His name was there, and I clicked on it, and there he was. So.
Oh, I just squeaked a bit. I'm sorry.
We also, Sebastian, can you also fill us in on some Star Wars news? I mean, we all know about like Harrison Ford getting injured, and he's all right. But what was the stuff about the Rogue One?
The Rogue One, I was telling them while you were getting back online here, is they had a shareholders meeting where they basically released some information. Basically, Rogue One is going to be directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Godzilla, and
great film.
Everyone had to leave their phones and stuff at the door, so there's only a description of a piece of concept art out there. The concept art itself is not online, but it's being described as dark and gritty and Halo inspired. So
now, do we have any idea of like the time period?
I'm gonna guess before episode 4.
Okay.
That seems to be about.
Yeah, that seems to be prime real estate.
Yeah, and then the only cast announced is Felicity Jones, who was recently in Theory of Everything.
Isn't she the one who plays Emma Frost?
No, that's January Jones.
Oh, okay. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, and then she's gonna be the only cast announced, and then I can't pronounce his name, but the composer who did the Avengers score was announced to be scoring Rogue One. So that'll be interesting because it's the first film without John Williams.
That is interesting. Now, You said this was at the licensing expo?
No, it was the Disney shareholders meeting.
Okay, all right.
That's where Bob Iger once a quarter, gathers all the shareholders and basically gives them a snapshot of what's on the docket. But the other big news, kind of the loosely kept secret, you guys know Rian Johnson, director of Looper?
Yeah.
I know Looper.
Well, the director of Looper, Rian Johnson, is directing episode 8. And that comes out, let's see, what was it? May 26th, 2017. So
Awesome.
That's 40 years. It's 40 years and a day after episode 4 in 1977.
Why a day?
Maybe because they're just, I don't know, another punch to the gut of George Lucas, which is what they seem to be doing over and over to the poor man.
I can't remember. You heard I know you have also indulged in the Sam Witwer commentaries. They are amazing. If you haven't, I definitely recommend them.
Rebel Force Radio. That's where you find them.
Yeah. What did he say that it blew his mind where Luke is born on the day the Order 66. What's that day called?
Oh, Empire Day.
Yeah, Empire Day. There you go.
That's from Rebels. That's where he drew that.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Rebels, because there's an episode called Empire Day where the Empire celebrates its foundation. And if you think about that, that's the day Luke was born.
Luke and Leia.
Oh.
Luke and Leia.
So, mind blown. Dude.
Yeah, it was kind of.
I don't know if you guys have watched
Keep it
Star Wars
coming,
Rebels, but
Rebels.
I've watched a couple episodes. I haven't.
It's
I'm still
amazing.
trying to get into
Is that on the
Clone Wars.
Netflix?
No.
Clone Wars is on Netflix.
Clone Wars is, but Rebels.
Disney XD or whatever, right?
Disney XD. It just ended its first season, which the ending was. If you're a fan of Clone Wars, the ending of season 1.
I saw that ending with the insecure. What was he got rid of the Inquisitor?
Yeah, okay. I'm spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, spoiler. The Inquisitor, who from the get-go of the series they touted as the Darth Vader of this series, he's killed. So that was a twist. And then a beloved character from the Clone Wars, Ahsoka, she just pops up.
What?
Boom!
What?
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
I said spoilers. Then that's been out. I'm not really spoiling anything because the internet has.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I keep my ear to the ground on this stuff. It had been rumored, and when she walked down the ladder, I was like, okay, they've taken this show.
Was she all grown up?
Yeah, she's 33.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does she look different?
Yeah, different, older, and then you're watching the episode, you're on cloud 9 because of that reveal, and at the very end, Darth Vader. So Vader comes as the new bad guy for season 2.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm definitely gonna have to catch up.
Yeah, and then
it's all in Star Wars Rebels, huh?
I honestly think because Clone Wars got unrightfully canceled, that the crew, I think they're going to basically finish the Clone Wars inside of Rebels.
See, I feel like they did that with another show. I can't remember what it is though, but
Okay, backing up real quick. Backing up, because I'm all excited and thinking about this. So, we said that the Rogue One is possibly before Episode 4?
Yep, I honestly believe it is.
So, are we possibly looking at another movie with Darth Vader?
Well, it's funny you say that, because ever since the sale to Disney, it has been rumored quietly, it's not real strong rumor, that Simon Kinberg is in charge of a Darth Vader standalone movie.
Oh my god!
That'd be interesting.
That would basically be, the story of Vader, days after he put the suit on.
Hey, did you guys know they let
But I thought the entire saga was about Vader and his thing.
Well, they're kind of... I like to think of it that way, and when I
think it's about two droids.
Yes.
It is. It's a love story between two droids.
But I think Disney's kind of blowing that up a little bit where it's going to be kind of more fractured.
Yeah.
While keeping it together, which, if that makes any sense.
Sebastian, have you read any of the Marvel comics, the Star Wars comics?
Yeah, I talked to him about it a couple times. I've read them.
I
talk about the original scripts.
No. I'm talking about like these brand new comics that Marvel just released.
No, I've seen him on Twitter. There was a Leia one. I think there's a Vader one.
Yes, I read the Vader issue #1, and that was pretty legit. Like, he goes to Jabba's palace, like, Jabba, and it was just real good. He goes there, Jabba insults him by calling him a Jedi and stuff like that, and, Vader basically establishes himself to Jabba the Hutt, as, you work for me, and...
Huh.
I didn't get very far,
Force choke.
See, I'll have to check him out, because a year ago, they kind of blew apart the expanded universe and said that doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, but did you hear about what they're doing?
Well, everything now is canon.
Yeah, but they made they put a thing out there having 20 new books.
25. I figured that's where you were going. 25, but it's not novels. It's everything. 25.
Wait, have you guys read the adaptation of the original scripts?
I have.
They're releasing the original movies. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
That's still a rumor, isn't it?
No, it's confirmed.
That's the thing.
Confirmed?
That's the thing.
On Blu-ray?
Yeah.
On Blu-ray.
No
Believe
George
you
Lucas
me.
CGI?
I'm first in line to
don't
get
hate on the
those.
CGI now. Come on.
I'm not hating on it, but that is but when he released that, they got rid of everything prior to that.
Well, I'm going to be let me be an apologist for just a second.
Go
I
ahead.
know everyone has their own. I'm okay with it because if you think about it, you do anything in life, a project, and this is where people give George flack. They're like, "Oh, you ruined it with CGI," but you got to think it from his perspective.
He ruined it with more than CGI.
So he said, think about it. You spent how many, blood, sweat, and tears. The man almost had a heart attack and died making episode 4.
Really?
And he always thought it's not complete. And then he basically forged technology to help him see his original idea further. So, from that perspective, I can't blame him. I mean, people have, I like all Star Wars, so I'm not,
I mean, I don't totally hate the CGI. For me, it was just kind of after he made that, we didn't have the originals anymore unless you had the VHS or something.
And I'll agree with you there. He really was a stickler on no, I'm gonna lock it up.
Yeah.
Really quick, did you guys know Hayden Christensen wore the Vader suit, but he was too short, so he had to see out the mouth of the helmet?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he wore lifts because he was so short.
I thought that too. I thought he wore special boots to get him.
No, that's not what I read, but...
I didn't know he didn't fit in the costume, though.
Also, really quick, I was just thinking, if they do this, thing with Vader, days after he becomes the Lord Vader, is he gonna be all Frankenstein? Because you never see him doing flips and stuff. He's very static when he fights.
He has to be. If they go where he's just all of a sudden Jedi, ninja, jumping all over the place, that will destroy the character.
That's what I'm saying, I wonder, how that would work.
But the Force is strong with him, what does he need to be doing all those flips and stuff
Right.
for?
Well, actually, since he got his arms cut off...
They don't do that. They don't do where he can do flips and stuff. Any material. They're real... Even Disney, and George was too, they're real precious with Vader and what he can and cannot do.
You guys think it's because of the robo-limbs? He's too heavy?
You want to talk about the physics of it?
No, I'm just saying, do you think, they try to, do it like that? Because, I don't know, if that's, the reason for it. Obviously, the real practical reason is because the suit probably weighed so much. But, I wonder if they're, his robo-limbs probably...
I don't think that would be the problem. I think if you think he's a fourth of a man and burned up and destroyed. And
well, I know since he has robo limbs, he can't use force lightning.
True.
I mean, I don't. So my kind of understanding of the explanation of when we get to episode 4, 5, and 6. Now, granted, they weren't doing the flips and stuff, but my understanding of that was kind of okay, this isn't the prime of the Jedi anymore.
Okay.
Luke isn't trained the same way that they were, You know, I mean, his training was kind of on the fly. So
There's different kind of fighting style.
yeah, like it
Yeah.
just seems to me like it would be almost unnecessary for Vader to be fighting like that. Period. Like,
Yeah, it's like by the time Luke comes around, it's like more of like an art form. So like, it's like kind of like fencing. You know what I mean? Like it looks elegant.
That's what that's my idea for like the new crossblade lightsaber. Is going to be more of a savage fighter.
Yeah, like
more
a
of like
Claymore,
a broad.
like a Scotsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like that instead
a
of like
William Wallace.
the refined, samurai.
I'm still not sold on the little sword thing.
And who's to say when he's in combat he doesn't shut those things off?
Right.
He just goes old school Jedi with it, and we get more of a classic fighting style.
Let's
It'll be interesting to see no matter what. That's
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and move into the Wibly Walking Dead.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. All
Do,
right.
do you want to do the jingle?
All right.
Do you want to do the jingle?
All right.
Doctor Who Wibly Walking Dead.
All right. So, Sebastian, do you watch The Walking Dead at all?
Yes, I do.
Oh, did you see last week's episode?
Yes, I did.
All right, you guys
Oh my
chat
God,
about
the
that
night-
because I have no clue. So fill me.
I was
Dude.
floored.
The nightmare fuel in that episode alone. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Are we going spoiler territory here?
Yeah, just say
let's do
spoiler
it.
alert.
Yeah,
Okay,
just say
spoiler alert to
spoiler
everything.
We
Spoiler
got tagged.
alert to what I'm about to say.
Oh
if
my
you've not
God.
seen it. Noah's death was
Oh
probably
my
the most
God.
gruesome death on that show in a long time.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
long time.
Right.
I thought the dude getting ripped apart, the dude from Alexandria, was gruesome, but that
Mhm.
death, Noah's was first. I didn't see it coming.
That was left field. Totally
Oh.
left field.
Totally left field.
Do
Totally left
you
field.
read the comics at all?
No.
Okay, so my excitement here. Okay, so they're at Alexandria. I've read all the comics up until I think last month. And there is so much stuff that's going to be happening. There's this guy coming called Negan that makes the governor look like a puppy dog.
I've heard of him.
Negan is amazing. He is my favorite character.
I heard. Yeah, I heard about him, and yeah, I
Yeah.
thought, oh, is he the dude? Wait, now hold on.
Yeah.
Back in the Terminus, is he the guy that had them held in the train car?
No, that was the big thing. Everybody thought he was. You remember when they released the other people from the cars and the crazy guy got out with the tattoos on his head?
Barely.
Yeah. That's who that guy was. We haven't actually been formally introduced to Negan,
Okay.
but we have met people that have dealt with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. When I heard about him, I heard he swears up a storm.
He
So-
does.
How are they going to do that for broadcast TV? I understand it's AMC and they can kind of get away with whatever they want, but
Well, they do. I mean, the comic has a lot of cussing in it anyways.
right.
Like, they cuss up a storm, and they can probably just cut a few words.
Cut it out.
Yeah, or do
How
something.
closely do they follow the comics?
Well, they haven't been following it as closely as they are now. Within
I imagine it was kind of like Dexter, where like the first couple seasons right out of like the source material, and after that they get free
Well,
reign.
it's funny because the first season it was completely like page for page. The second season they had to cut their funding because their showrunner left. So that's when he spent all the time like on the
That's
farm.
why Sam
and-
Witwer got screwed over.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. But that's why they spent all the time in the farm and everything. And then it kind of grew, and then we went to the prison, and then after season 4, we're going closer to the comics now. With like Alexandria Safe Zone and the Whispers, the Wolves, I guess they're called. I don't know.
They got
So what-
zombie wolves.
So where
No.
are they? Are they gonna get out of Alexandria soon? You think? It seems like they're going to.
Well, no. Alexandria is the spot where a lot of stuff happens
Okay.
from now on. What we're gonna see a change in how the dynamic of the group relates to each other, and how they fit into society. They're gonna be rebuilding society now.
Oh.
And, yeah,
Well.
it's
Okay,
gonna
then,
focus a lot more on interpolitics than like actual zombies now.
Oh, okay. Hold on, that could be dangerous for AMC because that could get boring.
Well,
quick.
but they also have a companion series now too.
Well, I was gonna ask you about that next. What is that? I mean, I read a little bit about it, but
a lot of details haven't been released for it yet because they're kind of keeping it hush hush. All I really know is it takes place in Los Angeles. It takes place while Rick is still in his coma, so while everything's actually going down.
Oh.
And it's going to be a completely separate group of people. It's
But
not affiliated with the comic at all.
Okay, I read that it will be a prequel and then catch up in the timeline and then be running concurrent with the current show's timeline.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they have to like establish the characters and everything. But yeah, I know where it starts. Rick is still in his coma. But as far as like catching up with the show, I'm sure it'll do that eventually.
Oh, so let me ask you this:
two groups run into each other.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Did you expect Eugene to bite the bullet?
What?
Did you expect Eugene to bite the bullet last week and die?
Eugene didn't bite it.
No, but did you expect it to happen? They kept playing it as if he was about ready to go.
Oh, well, no, that's kind of a tricky thing because, I knew, I've read all the comics, so I know
so you know.
Yeah, I know the characters who die. Like, I knew Eugene wasn't a scientist when he said that.
Kind of like Game of Thrones.
Well,
Yeah.
then you're all kind of spoiled.
I am, but here's the tricky thing
that's
with
like
that
people
too.
who like when you like go see The Hobbit. People have read this book that came out in the hundreds.
Well, did you see the last Hobbit? I don't
but-
think, spoiler or not, it could have saved that film. That was, oof.
Was it bad?
Oh, it was something.
Oh, shoot.
Well, I mean, like us saying like, oh, like people who have seen the second one and not the third yet, and be like, oh, Smaug dies. Like, why'd you just spoil it? I'm like, the book is like
Did you
hundreds
read
of
the
years
book?
old. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even the book, like the 70s cartoon show.
Right. There's a picture on the cover of the book of Smaug dying.
Right.
No.
No, but back to The Walking Dead. The thing that makes it so fun watching the show as opposed to reading the comics, a lot of different characters from the show die that didn't die in the comics, and vice versa. Like Tyrese. Tyrese got his head chopped off by the governor, not Herschel.
Really quick, we gotta wrap soon.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. And also like Sophia. Sophia's still alive. She's never put in a bar. Yeah.
So they're flip-flopping characters to keep you on edge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's not like I know who's gonna survive, but I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah. At least for how long they're gonna be there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. But yeah, the show is fantastic.
Phenomenal. But I think we're gonna meet Negan in the series in the season finale, and he's gonna do to the character what he did in the comic book.
Okay. I think the show, even though it's fantastic, I think it has 2 more seasons. Because these actors are probably getting too expensive to pay.
Yeah, I don't know about 2 seasons, but there's a lot to cover. There's a lot that goes down in Alexandria. There's a complete and total war that happens.
Wow.
There's a tiger involved.
Whoa.
Then they just need to do a movie to wrap it up. Just a big budget.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool, like they did with Firefly. Or
Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
No, it's called
Firefly. Serenity was the show, or no, Firefly was the show. Serenity was the movie.
Okay. There it goes. So I was right. Yeah, with Firefly, and then okay. I wish they did that with Angel.
They
should
should
do
do
with-
with comics. He's
Yeah,
still going. Both of them, Buffy and
really,
Angel
the
are
comics
still going.
after the fall is still going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wow. I stopped after like the first couple books.
I read half of a trade, and then I put it down because I was like, "This isn't really." Man, I don't know.
All right, you guys, Jake, do you want to do the plugs?
Sure. Okay, so you can find us on. You can find GeekastX on YouTube, iTunes. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/GeekazoidOfficial, Geekazoid with an X. You can find us at our host site, Nerd Overload, nerdoverload.com/authors/GeekastX. You can find all of our podcasts there. You can find me on Twitter at AllAtStakeJake. You can find Roni at
I think it's
GeekastX.
GeekastX Ronnie, and then I'm GeekastX Sean.
Yeah.
And then
We're not as big on Twitter as we are on the Facebook, but
and Sebastian, do you want to do some plugs for yourself?
You can go to my website if you want. I have artwork and stuff on there, which
It's great.
I
work.
hope to this year to do new stuff. That's what I do at work all day is just dream stuff up. But it's SebastianBarker.com. That's BARKER.com. And you can follow me on Twitter at Barker Studios, all one word.
Dude, Sebastian, do you ever think about like selling prints of your artwork?
I have, but to get the people interested, and around here that's kind of a limited market. It would run out quick.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah. We'll wrap that there, and thanks for listening, geeks.
Catch you next time.
All right, guys. Shazam.
Shazam. Arrow comes back tomorrow.
Right, that's what I was saying. Maybe our next cast will have some Flash and Arrow news.
Definitely. There's all these like rumors going around.